Hello and welcome my YouTube family to our channel Counsel and Quote. So here comes the another video of our series Jordan Peterson quotes, in which we are going to dive deep into Jordan Peterson quotes on life and success. So let's get started with our video. You cannot be protected from the things that frighten you and hurt you. But if you identify with the part of your being that is responsible for transformation, then you are always the equal or more than the equal of that things that frighten you. People create their worlds with the tools they have directly at hand. The purpose of life is finding the largest burden that you can bear and bearing it. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. You can do an awful lot by writing down what happened to you and thinking it through. You might be winning, but you are not growing, and growing might be the most important form of winning. If you are going to insist on bending the world to your way, you better have your reasons. And if you think tough men are dangerous, wait until you see what weak men are capable of. It took untold generations to get you where you are. A little gratitude might be in order. Always place your becoming above your current being. In order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. There are some games you don't get to play unless you are all in. Wordlessness is the default condition. If you betray yourself, if you say untrue things, if you act out a lie, you weaken your character. People have this capacity within them to set the world straight. Can you imagine yourself in 10 years if instead of avoiding the things you know you should do, you act powerful? You must determine where you are going in your life, because you cannot get there unless you move in that direction. Random wandering will not move you forward. It will instead disappoint and frustrate you and make you anxious and unhappy and hard to get along with, and then resentful and then vengeful and then worse. Strengthen the individual. Start with yourself. Take care with yourself. Define who you are. Refine your personality. Choose your destination and articulate your being. As the great 19th century German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche so brilliantly noted, he whose life is a why can bear almost anyhow. If you can't understand why someone is doing something, look at the consequences of their actions, whatever they might be, and then infer the motivations from their consequences. For example, if someone is making everyone around them miserable and you'd like to know why, their motive may simply be to make everyone around them miserable, including themselves. Adopt responsibility for your own well-being. Try to put your family together. Try to serve your community. Try to seek for eternal truth. That's the sort of thing that can ground you in your life, enough so you can withstand the difficulty of life. To stand up straight with your shoulders back is to accept the terrible responsibility of life with eyes wide open. It means in deciding to voluntarily transform the chaos of potential into the realities of habitable order. It means adopting the burden of self-conscious vulnerability and accepting the end of the unconscious paradise of childhood, where finitude and mortality are only dimly comprehended. It means willingly undertaking the sacrifices necessary to generate a productive and meaningful reality. It means acting to please God in the ancient language. I don't think that you have any insight whatsoever into your capacity for good until you have some well-developed insight into your capacity for evil. Life is suffering. Love is the desire to see unnecessary suffering ameliorated. Truth is the handmaiden of love. Dialogue is the pathway to truth. Humility is recognition of personal insufficiency and the willingness to learn. To learn is to die voluntarily and be born again, in great ways and small. So speech must be untrammeled, so that dialogue can take place, so that we can all humbly learn, so that truth can serve love, so that suffering can be ameliorated, so that we can all stumble forward to the kingdom of God. Life is very difficult. One of the most ancient of religious ideas that emerges everywhere, I would say, is that life is essentially suffering. It's appropriate and praiseworthy to associate with people whose lives would be improved if they saw your life improve. Stop saying those things that make you weak and ashamed. Say only those things that make you strong. Do only those things that you could speak of with honor. Thank you so much, people, for sticking to the last. We'll see you in the next video soon. Thank you.